Here is a dangerous truth most men never realize. The moment someone can make you angry, they control you. Read that again. If another person's words, behavior, or attitude can disturb your peace, then your emotional state is not yours. It belongs to them. And in modern life, this happens constantly. Unstable relationships, uncertain income, disrespect at work, comparison on social media, traffic, delays, rejection, betrayal, people not meeting expectations. We live in a world designed to provoke us, designed to frustrate us, designed to trigger insecurity and ego. But Stoicism teaches something powerful. No one can disturb your mind without your permission. Anger is not strength. Loud reactions are not power. Emotional instability is not masculinity. True strength is calm under pressure. True power is emotional control. True dominance is inner peace. In this video, I will show you 10 practical Stoic methods to never get angry or bothered by anyone again. This is not about suppressing emotions. This is about mastering them. Let's begin. Number 1, reclaim emotional ownership. The moment someone can make you angry, they own your emotional state. If a stranger's comment ruins your mood, if a co-worker's behavior disturbs your peace, if a partner's tone destroys your focus, then your emotions are not under your command. They are under theirs. This is not about blame. It is about ownership. No one enters your mind without permission. They act. You interpret. You react. Between stimulus and response, there is a space, and inside that space lies your power. Most people never develop awareness of this space. They react automatically, instantly, emotionally, but a Stoic trains to pause and observe. When someone insults you, what truly happened? Sound waves at your ears. Your brain interpreted them. Your ego responded. The insult itself has no power. The meaning you assign gives it power. If a child insults you, you laugh. If an adult insults you, you get angry. Why? Because of the meaning you attach. The Stoic principle is simple. Control your interpretation, and you control your reaction. Instead of asking, "Why did they do that to me?" ask, "Why am I allowing this to disturb me?" Emotional ownership is maturity. When you fully accept that no one makes you angry, that you choose your response, you take back control of your internal world. And the man who controls his inner world cannot be controlled by the outer one. That is real power. Number 2, the freedom of letting go, lower expectations, increase peace. Anger is often born from expectation. You expect respect. You expect fairness. You expect loyalty. You expect emotional maturity. And when reality does not meet your expectation, frustration appears. But here is the Stoic understanding. Expecting perfection from imperfect humans is self-sabotage. People are flawed, emotional, inconsistent, driven by fear, insecurity, ego, and past trauma. When you expect people to behave ideally, you create conditions for constant disappointment. Stoicism does not say you should tolerate disrespect. It says you should not be shocked by human weakness. When you mentally prepare for imperfection, you are rarely surprised, and surprise is often what triggers anger. If you expect traffic, you don't get angry in traffic. If you expect disagreement, you don't get angry during debate. If you expect flaws, you don't get angry at mistakes. Expectation creates emotional vulnerability. Release unrealistic expectations, and your emotional stability strengthens. This does not mean becoming cold. It means becoming realistic. A Stoic sees people clearly, not ideally. When someone disappoints you, instead of thinking, "They shouldn't be like this," think, "This is human nature." Acceptance reduces resistance. Less resistance means less frustration. Peace increases when entitlement decreases. And the man who expects less from others suffers less from them. Number 3, understand human nature. See the wound behind the behavior. Anger dissolves when understanding begins. When someone lashes out, insults you, disrespects you, or behaves aggressively, what are they truly expressing? Usually not strength, usually pain. Insecurity speaks loudly. Confidence speaks calmly. A man who feels small tries to dominate. A person who feels unheard tries to shout. Someone who feels powerless tries to control others. Most adults are wounded children in grown bodies. When you understand this, you stop taking behavior personally. A harsh comment may come from someone who feels threatened. A rude tone may come from someone overwhelmed. A betrayal may come from someone afraid of intimacy. Seeing the psychology behind behavior changes your emotional reaction. Instead of anger, you feel clarity. Instead of rage, you feel detachment. This does not mean you excuse bad behavior. It means you don't internalize it. You realize this is about them, not me. Understanding creates emotional distance, and emotional distance protects peace. A Stoic man observes human nature without being consumed by it. He understands people are driven by fear, desire, ego, and conditioning. When you see the wound behind behavior, anger transforms into awareness, and awareness is always stronger than reaction. Number 4, detach from ego. Stop taking everything personally. Ego is fragile. It wants validation. It wants recognition. It wants agreement. It wants control. And when it doesn't receive these things, it reacts. Most anger is not about the event itself. It is about wounded pride. Someone disagrees with you, ego feels attacked. Someone ignores you, ego feels disrespected. Someone criticizes you, ego feels diminished. But ask yourself, who are you without your ego? Your worth does not decrease because someone misunderstands you. Your value does not vanish because someone criticizes you. Their opinion is not your identity. The Stoics understood that external judgment is outside your control. Why surrender peace to something you cannot control? If someone calls you weak, it changes nothing about your strength. Words are vibrations. Meaning is assigned by ego. Detach from ego and insults lose power. This is not about suppressing emotion. It is about redefining identity. When your identity is rooted in character, discipline, integrity, self-respect, external noise becomes irrelevant. The strongest men are not easily offended because they do not seek validation from others. They are anchored internally. And when you are anchored, no external storm can shake you. Number 5, master the 5-second rule, the power of the pause. Anger is fast. It rises in seconds. It demands reaction. It wants expression. But here is the secret. If you delay your reaction, anger weakens. Neuroscience shows emotional spikes are temporary. They peak quickly and decline if not fed by thoughts. The problem is not anger itself. The problem is instant reaction. When triggered, practice this. Pause for 5 seconds. Do not speak. Do not type. Do not react. Breathe slowly. Observe the physical sensation. Tight chest, clenched jaw, faster heartbeat. When you observe emotion without acting on it, you weaken its control. Most regrets in life come from words spoken in anger. A Stoic understands that emotional control begins with silence. Silence is not weakness. It is strategic strength. Those 5 seconds protect relationships, reputation, and future consequences. The most dangerous man is not the one who reacts quickly. It is the one who responds deliberately. Master the pause, and you master yourself. And self-mastery is a foundation of unshakable peace. Number 6, think in years, not moments. Zoom out. Anger lives in the present moment. Perspective lives in the long term. When someone disrespects you, it feels urgent, important, immediate. But ask yourself, will this matter in 5 years? Will this shape my destiny? Will this define my life? Most conflicts are temporary and insignificant in the grand timeline of existence. When you zoom out mentally, intensity decreases. You are not just living today. You are building a life. Is this small disagreement worth damaging your long-term peace? A Stoic man thinks strategically. He does not sacrifice long-term respect for short-term emotional victory. He understands reputation, relationships, and focus are assets. Anger often trades these assets for temporary satisfaction. Zooming out restores clarity. Clarity restores calm. And calm preserves strength. Number 7, strengthen the body. Stabilize the mind. Physical discipline reduces anger. Emotional control is not purely mental. It is physical. Poor sleep increases irritability. High stress hormones increase aggression. Bad diet affects mood regulation. Lack of exercise builds internal tension. Modern men often neglect physical discipline and then wonder why they feel reactive. Train your body. Lift heavy weights. Run. Practice breath control. Take cold showers. Limit junk food. Sleep properly. A strong body processes stress better. Physical training releases tension that would otherwise manifest as anger. When your nervous system is regulated, your reactions are calmer. Stoicism is not only philosophy, it is embodiment. The disciplined body creates a disciplined mind, and the disciplined mind is difficult to provoke. Strength is calmness under pressure. Build the body, stabilize the mind, and anger will naturally lose its grip. Number 8, protect your energy. Remove yourself from toxic environments. One of the greatest misunderstandings about Stoicism is the belief that you must tolerate everything silently. No, Stoicism is not about enduring abuse. It is about choosing your battles wisely. There is a difference between being emotionally strong and being emotionally available for constant damage. If someone repeatedly disrespects you, provokes you, insults you, manipulates you, or drains your mental energy, the most powerful response is not anger. It is distance. Anger keeps you emotionally connected to negativity. Distance disconnects you from it. A Stoic man understands that environment shapes behavior. If you stay in a room filled with smoke, you will eventually suffocate, no matter how strong your lungs are. The same applies to toxic people. You don't need to argue. You don't need to prove yourself. You don't need revenge. You need boundaries. Boundaries are silent declarations of self-respect. Sometimes the strongest sentence you can say is, "I will no longer participate in this." Removing yourself is not weakness. It is emotional intelligence. When you protect your energy, you protect your peace. When you protect your peace, you protect your clarity. And clarity protects your future. If someone constantly triggers you, ask yourself, why am I still accessible to this? Access is privilege, not entitlement. Protect your time. Protect your mind. Protect your emotional space. Because peace is not maintained by reacting better. It is maintained by choosing better environments. Number 9, build a mission so big that petty things feel small. Purpose kills anger. Anger thrives in empty minds. When you lack direction, small inconveniences feel massive. A disrespectful comment ruins your day. A minor disagreement feels like war. A delay feels like disaster. But when you are building something meaningful, a career, a business, a body, a family legacy, a spiritual foundation, trivial issues shrink automatically. Purpose reorganizes your emotional priorities. A man without purpose reacts. A man with purpose filters. When someone insults you, ask yourself, does this help or harm my mission? If the answer is neither, ignore it. A focused man has no time for ego battles. Many arguments are invitations to distraction, and distraction is the enemy of greatness. Your anger often comes from misplaced attention. You are giving importance to things that do not deserve it. If you wake up with a clear plan, gym, work, growth, learning, discipline, your mind stays occupied with improvement, not irritation. Purpose creates perspective. When your life vision stretches 10 years ahead, today's insult feels insignificant. This does not mean you tolerate disrespect. It means you respond strategically. Sometimes silence is more powerful than a reaction. Sometimes progress is the greatest revenge. Stay mission-oriented. Stay goal-focused. Stay disciplined. Because when your life is moving forward with intention, petty negativity cannot slow you down. A man with purpose is difficult to provoke. Number 10, radical acceptance. Stop fighting reality. Most anger is not caused by events. It is caused by resistance to events. You expected loyalty, but face betrayal. You expected fairness, but face injustice. You expected appreciation, but receive criticism. Anger often begins with the sentence, "This should not have happened." But reality does not operate on should. Reality simply is. Stoicism teaches radical acceptance, not passive surrender, but clear recognition. Life is unpredictable. People are flawed. Mistakes happen. Loss happens. Misunderstandings happen. When you emotionally accept that discomfort is part of existence, frustration decreases dramatically. A Stoic trains for difficulty. He does not demand comfort. If you expect life to be easy, every obstacle feels like a personal attack. If you expect life to be challenging, obstacles feel normal. Acceptance reduces emotional shock. Shock creates anger. Acceptance creates stability. When something unpleasant happens, instead of reacting with outrage, say, "This is part of life." Then ask, what is the most powerful response available to me now? Radical acceptance does not mean you approve of injustice. It means you stop wasting energy wishing reality was different. You conserve emotional strength for action, not reaction. Life is hard. Humans are imperfect. Situations are messy. The moment you accept this truth fully, anger loses its grip, because peace begins where resistance ends. Final Stoic advice: calm is true power. Anyone can shout. Anyone can react. Anyone can lose control. But very few can remain calm when disrespected. That is real strength. The world may try to provoke you. Do not surrender your mind. Protect your peace. Guard your emotions. Master your reactions. Because the man who controls himself cannot be controlled by anyone else. If this message strengthened your mindset, subscribe to Stoic Desire for more powerful lessons on emotional mastery, masculinity, discipline, and Stoic philosophy. Like the video. Comment your thoughts. Share it with someone who needs emotional control. Stay calm. Stay focused. Stay unbothered. And remember, peace is power.